everyone. Lovely to see all your beautiful faces. Thank you for coming to the graduation performance of the Eastside Institute's 2025-26 International Class. I'm Melissa Meyer, the Institute's Associate Director, coming to you from Oregon in the United States. The Eastside Institute is an international center for the study and practice of social therapeutics and performance activism. We bring human and community development to the forefront of culture change and social transformation and promote humanizing approaches to psychology, education, and community building. During this time in our history, the Institute's relevance is greater than ever before. We serve as a grassroots hub for social change makers and performance activists worldwide, who themselves are harnessing the transformatory power of performance and play to engage the horrors and injustices in their communities. The Institute offers classes, emotional development groups, podcasts, and blog posts, all places where we adults can talk to each other in new ways, where we can play and perform a head taller than ourselves, like we did when we were young children, where learning leads development. Since 2001, the Institute has hosted an online global gathering of hundreds and hundreds of people to watch a showcase of the power of performance across our planet. From the beginning, Performing the World has attracted many who wanted to study our performatory developmental approach to social change and human development. And today you are here for the graduation of the 2026 International Class, which was designed as a response to this demand. And 3 years later, it graduated its first class. So the International Class graduates you're about to meet are joining 224 people who have graduated from the program since it began in 2004. Today, we have friends of the graduates, alumni, the Institute's faculty, which I'm going to introduce in a minute, and members of the community from all over the world. At least 10 countries are here. Thank you all for coming here today to be a part of this performance. We also wanted to give a deep appreciation to all of our donors who sustain the Institute and make it possible for us to continue our programs each year. Many of you are in the audience today. Without you, the international class wouldn't be possible. The international class runs October through June and consists of 3 sets of weekend intensives and study in between with our core faculty who work alongside the Institute's founder and director, Lois Holtzman. The international class brings together people from around the world who are committed to growing as creators and community builders, developing new performances of leadership. Together, they study human development as a lifelong activity, exploring how play and performance and collective creativity can help us move beyond our fixed identities, entrenched divisions, and what we already know how to do. So the class itself becomes a developmental community, an ensemble where participants support one another in creating new possibilities for themselves and the world around them, which you're going to see in a minute. The Institute's director and co-founder, Lois Holtzman, and the core faculty who take on this exploration with them is a fabulous group of thinkers and doers. Lois Holzman, as I said, is the director of the East Side Institute and the designer and creator of the international class. She has been building and creating developmental stages with and for ordinary people, community leaders, academics, and thought leaders for more than 50 years. Lois lives her life as an activist who uses her academic background and experience to organize people as individuals and communities to participate in creating their development, and in doing so to create hope and new possibility. In the 1980s, with philosopher, therapist, and activist Fred Newman, she founded the Institute, and in 2001 co-founded the global gathering Performing the World. She is a voice in the current conversation about the failure of modernist epistemology, the knowing paradigm, and the development of alternative ways to be in and relate to the world. Carrie Loebman is an international recognized sociocultural scholar. She's an educator and movement builder, advancing play and performance and human development as practices for social transformation. She is the Institute's leader of education and research and a professor in the Department of Learning and Teaching at the Graduate School of Education at Rutgers. Carrie collaborates with educators and organizers and activists around the world to develop play as a collective practice for creating new ways of living and organizing in the face of conflict, uncertainty, and social fragmentation. Along with co-leading the international class, she is a key organizer of Performing the World and facilitates the Institute's Play Development and Social Justice webinar series. She mentors activists worldwide and has served on the national board of directors of the All Stars Project. And you can sign up for her class. It's upcoming. It's on June 20th, and it's called The Imperative of Play, Building Something New Without a Map. Dan Friedman has been a grassroots educator and activist since the 1960s. He has led the way in bringing performance activism and its roots in social therapeutics into being, growing it with others into a global network and emerging movement. As a co-convener of Performing the World, he brings together performance activists, play revolutionaries, and developmentalists from all over the world. He is the managing producer of the Institute's podcast, All Power to the Developing, and project manager of Let's Learn, a global community engaged educational project of Lloyd International Honors College of the University of North Carolina at Greensboro, in collaboration with the Institute. Dan was a co-founder of the Castillo Theater, where he served as an artistic director for over a decade, and he has written and directed many plays on cultural politics and performance activism. I encourage you to check out his upcoming course. It's entitled, are you ready? Crawling from the Wreckage, or Trouble with You is the Trouble with Me, Got Two Eyes and Still Don't See. And it starts July 20th. Christine Helm. Christine Helm is a playful people's philosopher and leads philosophy methodology seminars for an international assortment of students studying the social therapeutic approach. A la Austrian philosopher Ludwig Wittgenstein, Chris plays with language and questions assumptions embedded there in how we think about the world and our place in it. She is the opening act of the Institute's community meetings, where her up-to-the-minute analysis of the state of our world is always a welcome source of thought-provoking ideas. She retired as the Director of Enterprise Studies and digital design at the Fashion Institute of Technology, and she currently travels the world with Carrie Loebman, meeting leaders in India, Morocco, and South Africa. And her next trip with Carrie will be to the United Kingdom and Ireland. Everyone, meet our core faculty. And now, without further ado, meet the international class.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Monique Sanders. I am currently working at my school, KIP DC. I don't know if you can see the sign behind me. And I am becoming an art teacher. And I just wanted to let you know that this is where I work in Washington, DC. Although I live in Baltimore, Maryland, and I commute every day to Washington to serve preschool-age children.
This is my neighborhood. Yes. Yeah, how are you? I'm good. Yeah, it's good to see you. I'm
This is Ntabiseni Makua, very known as Lamo. I'm born here in Johannesburg City and raised here. This is my home and where I'm doing my studies. And not only studies, but my community work planning and everything.
Hi, my name is Gorica Rekodic, and this is me. I was born in Novi Sad, or when we translate it to English, it's New Now. So from New Now, I came to, well, Belgrade. It's in translation, White City. White. This are the trees that got me. This is my mommy. But this means, well, you know, I'm a girl, so.
My name is The Gift Chikere. I am a creative leader, storyteller, poet, and advocate. And yes, I come from a place called Agege in Lagos, Nigeria. And I am currently the mobilization lead for the advocacy movement in Lagos, where I engage with creatives, young people in understanding the place and the role of their art in social development and community building. I've also been able to grace global platforms like the United Nations, serving as the Youth Advisory Board for the 2024/2025 year. Also, I'm also big on always coming back after all of these international travels back to my community. You always find me amongst the young people like myself, where we are constantly changing minds, where we are constantly developing. I'm also the creative director, so you get to see me lead theater plays that are solely based on advocacy. And when I'm not doing that, I like to throw hands for self-defense and for fun. Thank you.
Hi, this is Don Hulbert coming to you from the borough of Manhattan, New York City, state of New York in the United States. I recently retired from a career as a document specialist, primarily in legal, which means I created, revised, distributed, and often repaired legal documents. I've also had a career as a critically acclaimed flutist and worked as a political activist. Since retiring from the office career, I've been pursuing life as a performance activist. What that means precisely is still in development. For now, I do everything I can to move through my life as generously as possible.
Hello, I'm Anjali. I work and live in Delhi, India, though my roots are in the mountains. I work with a feminist organization supporting survivors of gender and sexual violence and creating spaces where young people, communities, and teams can learn and grow together. I joined the international class curious about development and social change. This year has helped me see development as creating possibilities for people to grow. When I'm not working, you'll usually find me baking or capturing moments or walking around and doodling and listening to stories. I'm left with question this class continues to inspire. Who are we beyond the labels we inherit? And who are we becoming together?
Okay, ready. Hi, I'm Alex. I am from Aguascalientes, Mexico. The direct translate is hot waters, Mexico, and I am the middle of everything. The in the middle of the really small city and the big city, and in the middle of the long side of the country. Currently, I'm a student, but I am my first career. I am an urbanist. I love public space, so I love the social action in space, in public space, and that's what I really love. I am an artist. I'm a visual artist. I am a drag queen, and I am an enthusiast of everything that is in the middle, like me, and I really love community work, art, creative spaces, and rage and love.
I am Nirmal Sarkar. Was born poor to die rich in a humble family in a city of joy, Kolkata. I first fell in love with social work, my first love, through education and services. My second love was becoming an engineer where I served the country. My third love is the health services towards poor and have-nots. And finally, I fell into love with psychology, psychiatry, working for the community towards community mental health. And with me is my only love, my wife. I work as a volunteer for the empowerment of have-nots, for adolescents, children, mothers, men, women, elderly, and differently able persons. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone, I'm Winifred Choma Egonu, currently located at Oka, Anambra State, the eastern part of Nigeria. Okay, Winifred is an educator. Winifred is a special education needs coordinator who works with special needs children, their teachers, their parents to help those children discover themselves, to help them see the best version of themselves, to help them go through life very, very confidently and super amazing. Aside that, Winifred is also a phonics teacher and with over 8 years of experience with helping children in early years go through life confidently. Winifred is also a mental health professional and a life coach who helps people be free, find their safe havens, and helps them go through life confidently and amazing, no matter where they are coming from.
Hello, everybody. And we are so happy to have made it thus far. And we have put together a very amazing poem, courtesy of everybody in the international class for the year 2025-2026 session. And with no further ado, please indulge us your presence as we read this piece to you. Thank you.
To another beginning. With the fragrance of flowers and the shades of learning, we paint the world with the brush strokes of our journey and usher in the show. Today, we present ourselves open like the ocean spread, yet with depth like its flow.
Somewhere safe in the midst of chaos, somewhere warm, despite the boiling lava, we are sound, formed from many tongues. We are reborn from 1,000 cultures, sailing, cocooned.
Through the mundane to the adventures of curiosity, reshaping it, adjusting our lenses, making it, from mess to imagining possibilities, playing it, finding our childhood in the corridors of life. As we age, we are bearing a flame that should never stop burning.
Let us always change. It is how we never stop developing. We unlearned the urgency of being right. Let certainty loosen its grip.
It has held our transformation hostage for too long. Not knowing is not an obstance, but a door of imagination left open. Some of us came with answers sharpened, but stayed long enough to set them down. Now we met as a curious of becoming.
No one proven, everyone alive in the maybe. What a discovery. From the ends and edges of the earth, we have ensemble, local, global, grassroots.
Differences here. It doesn't separate us as we move through the world and the language between us. It could have stretched us apart, but in between stories, again and again, we choose one another.
Embracing one another, not in spite of borders, nor because of them, but with them. Seeing and exploring our experiences, individually and collectively, toward one goal, toward one result.
We do not define ourselves from a place of scarcity. Through our pockets may have no lack. We come to the world with hearts overflowing with love and care, ready to serve humanity, a full course meal of experience.
And the best part, there is always an abundance of love to share. It is the one thing we can never run short of.
So tomorrow and all the tomorrows after, may we continue becoming, may we continue imagining, may we continue discovering.
May we remain open as the ocean, deep as its floor, and courageous enough to sail toward what we do not know yet. For this is not an ending, it is another beginning. Thank you very much.
Thank you very
Yay.
much. Oh, I think we all need to see some good TV. Oh my God, the gift show is now on TV. I really, really love to see her. She's so creative and confident. Really want to see what it's gonna to do now.
Okay. Welcome to this station located in the heart of Nigeria. I must say, I have had a fantastic, extraordinary, phenomenal experience and journey with the Eastside Institute. I have let down my guards, let down my fear, and I am onto something even way much bigger than myself. Because what is there to be if not to be more? And more doesn't mean I have to have a certain destination, but to keep going. In my journey with the A-Side Institute, I have decided to embark on a very imaginative journey. And I decided to start would I call it a movement, call it an initiative, call it a project, or whatever choice of name I love to call it, but it's called Beyond Silence. And Beyond Silence is something that is very dear to me because I started to think that and want to believe that there are different shades of silence: political silence, religious silence, cultural silence, educational silence, many shades of silence that impact the way we see society, the experiences we get from society, and even silence as a way of allowing others take space. Silence as a tool for inclusion to allow others to be seen, to be felt, and to be heard. And I think it's a worthy cause. I think it's a worthy journey. It's a journey that is even bigger than myself. And I know I have the backing of my colleagues. I have the backing of my faculty. I have the backing of the Eastside Institute to embark on this imaginative journey. However, I would love to stop here, not because there is a pause, but because I want to continue in a very different way. And there is a particular station in Serbia I love to watch. I love to watch a woman called Gorica. She's a filmmaker, an activist, a band member, a very exceptional woman. I think we should turn our stations, turn our TV on to listen to her. Gorica, please take it away.
Thank you, Gift. That was a very good show, but today we are going around the world. And at this moment, welcome to Belgrade, Serbia. Now, as many intellectuals, I will be talking about me. So I'm Gorica, I'm an actress, but throughout my life I've been many things. I've been an educator, a workshop facilitator, juggler, activist, performer, documentary filmmaker, a poet, and above all, I'm I think I am a curious human being. Growing up in society that is barely living in a country that was and is still falling apart, I found my need for expression. And in an environment where you need to know everything anytime because your future depends on it, I used art, probably every form, and grew up believing that art is much more than a profession and much more than a product. For me, it was a safe zone and safe environment that gave me a way to express myself and to challenge myself to be above and beyond, and to understand one another and collaborating with my fellows, and becoming gentler with the world and braver in the face of injustice. I want to thank all, to my class first, and I want to say thank you because you were so generous, and the faculty, our professors, our curiosity started to unfold. So understanding that I don't have all the answers just made me come up with questions, and I have a lot of them. And that's what I'm going to keep on exploring and continue to shape. That will continue to shape how I think and probably what I will become. For now, I'm not sure what that is, but I heard a good quote here yesterday, and it was, "We don't know what this is yet." So, what I do know is that I love creating, learning, and bringing people together. And I want to help others to find their safe place and give them my toys so we can play by everyone's rules and imagine together. And maybe that way we can imagine a safer world or some ways of becoming first. Without further ado, I would like to tell you about this new Mexican show. It's called Alex, and it's about this gutsy, brave, devoted guy, a true artist. And if you like changing perspectives, come watching with me. It's never boring.
I'm, Okay, I am reporting from Mexico, and the resume of this report is I'm becoming myself again. This class helped me to get out of my head and my box and my territory too. I'm so grateful for this experience and the directions of all the teachers we have. No matter what, I have planned to make an apportation to this class. Always is a disaster, and this class hugged me with love about it. Being linked around the globe feels not only as good as a lottery ticket. I am feeling less alone, and that is a gift, and a seed too. And now it's a responsibility for me to come back to take care of my environment because I abandoned them. It's time to turn around and being a disaster as this class helped me to come back. Always grateful, and I close as I started. Thanks to Majo to believe in a travesty, talking about territory in Aguascalientes, and believe that I can be part of the world. This class, as Lemebel says, mi esquina, mi corazón, my corner, my heart. And as I said, I'm reporting from Mexico, and it's my entire pleasure to present to you the Excellence Incarnator, the one and only, someone who cares, a true friend, a collaborator, a change maker. Live and direct from Nigeria, I present to you Winifred.
Hello, hello, hello. From the eastern part of Nigeria is Winifred Choma Egono. You've already met me. So Winifred came into the international class wanting and having to always know. But Winifred is leaving the international class knowing that there is no need to prove anything to anyone, and you could come without knowing, just be you, a plain book, ready to unlearn and relearn. And over the next years, Winifred is working towards having a safe space, having a safer space rather to accommodate more people, having a safer space to help people live through life, having a safer space to help people, help children, help adults, help people find themselves regardless of where they're coming from. And that's it about Winifred. So without wasting any of your time, I'm taking you down to the beautiful country, India, to meet a very special clinical psychologist and an
Right.
educator, Sohini, all the way from Kolkata. Let's go to India.
Thank you, Winifred. Hello and namaste from India. I am Shohini Basu Sarkar. Yes, professionally a clinical psychologist, but yes, a dreamer also. Joining international class has changed my perspective professionally, personally, and from a societal context also. I personally became much more collaborative and a reflective person. Interaction with people from different cultures and background, it broadened my thinking. This class encouraged me to see learning as a social and a developmental process. It strengthened my ability to listen, to communicate, and to grow through collective activity. It inspired me to become much more confident, much more creative, and committed to supporting the development of others as well as for myself. And from my professional context, it challenged me to go beyond the individual centric understanding of development, to recognize the power of social interaction, performance, and collective activity in fostering growth. I possibility, I possibly, and I have that capacity on focusing not on the diagnosis, but on a collaborative development. It helped me deepen my appreciation of cultural diversity and the importance of dialogue in psychological diversity. I feel I'm becoming much more reflective, flexible, and hopeful about human development, seeing a change not only as a process of healing, but also as a process of creating new possibility together. From the societal point, I can say that IC had made me the space to interact with people from different countries, cultures, and profession. I came to appreciate the richness of diversity and the importance of creating spaces where people can learn, perform, and grow together. This experience reinforced my belief that communities became stronger when they encourage participation, dialogue, and collaboration. Concludingly, I can say that my journey with IC has been both professionally and personally very transformative. It has broadened my understanding, my appreciation of the power of community. I have come to see development not as a destination anymore, but as an ongoing collective process of creating work and my contribution to build more inclusive, supportive, and development rich communities. So, as talking about inclusion, I have one of my friend who always believe in inclusion. Let us now watch a TV show from Baltimore. Let's meet my friend Monique, a childhood educator who focuses on special education, language development, and promoting inclusive environment. Let's go.
Hey y'all, welcome to Baltimore, Maryland. I thank you, Sohini, for the introduction. That was very sweet. So yes, Baltimore has become the home for arts integration learning. Is that because I'm here? Maybe not. But I'm very, very proud of the work I've been doing around advocacy for including arts education and learning strategies here. I've made a lot of connections. I've made a lot of organizations that are doing some of the work that I'd like to do and continue to do. And I really have to thank my class, the international class, for giving me the inspiration and the courage to to be brave, to just to learn how to be open and safe at the same time. And it's something that I'm continuing to work on, and I'm also still developing in being able to just be myself wherever I show up. But I'm happy to already had started that journey, and I continue to do so. And also, what I've discovered is that you can be more than one thing. You can say you're becoming an art teacher. You can also say you're becoming a community organizer. And so I'm very excited to be open to possibilities of being more than one thing. Like my friend in the class, he actually has shown me how to encompass the ideas of being more than one thing by having multiple passions, multiple pursuits that are happening at the same time, and being willing to reimagine mental health, to dismantle the stigma around mental health, and also thinking of ways to develop communities. And so let's go ahead and switch this channel to my friend over in Calcutta, India. Friends, let me introduce you to my friend and give him a wide round of applause for my friend Normal.
Thank you, Monique. Thanks for the nice introduction. First of all, I thank everybody associated with East Side Institute and my international classmates, faculty members, and all others associated with East Side Institute. It's really a nice journey for last 9 months. I feel I am a student. I am a student throughout my life. I am a student. I am a servant to serve the humanity, starting from children to the old, destitute, to the people who are living in big houses, from haves to have-nots. I serve everyone. The international class has taught me, has transformed me, developed, encouraged, propelled me to, to work, or rather before work, to see through a different perspective, to introspect within, and to see the people with whom I am going to work, their inner things. I used to feel, I used to think in binary visions, yes or no, right or wrong. But now I can see in the IC has developed within that there is a spectrum, and different people with their different limitations, capacities, imaginations, and phases of life, they work very differently. As a mental health professional, educator, rehab professional, teacher, motivator, speaker, now I find myself immensely powerful, immensely courageous, and transformative to do much, much more, especially in my country, India, and very especially to my own birthplace, Kolkata, which is a conglomeration of the global population, from rich, ultra rich, to very poor. And I really love to be and blessed to be with people who are have nots. After my professional journey for last 2.5 decades, I have devoted myself. I was fortunate enough to get introduced to international class through one of the organizations named Sevak in my area, who are pioneering in mental health and human rights. So I'm really blessed to have the opportunity to serve people. I'm blessed to have the opportunity to be a part of the international class and the global community. I have seen, understood, felt, enriched, and nourished myself. Now, out of the cocoon, I'm going out like a butterfly to make the world a much better place. But more than that, now let me switch over. Let me introduce my another friend of this global development class. You are going to listen a great personality. She is a researcher. She is professing the world students to become a therapist, an activist, and a great pet lover. She basically hails from Brazil and now from US. Please put your hands together and welcome the very special guest, Dana Abraham. Dana, she is the director of Rice Lab, where pain becomes transformative and generative of collective action. So now switch over to Dana Abraham.
Thank you, Nirmal. Thank you for sharing. And hello, everybody from San Diego. I am so grateful to have you all here, and I'll just say a few words. So, I'm happy to be living with the practice of unlearning and a commitment to play and a desire to create more than I consume and I take. So, with a little bit of my heart, I'm gonna welcome Anjali. She's a feminist who is so generous with her sharing and her love for the community. She's an extraordinary change maker from India. So, Anjali, take the floor.
Thank you, Dana. Hello there. Welcome to India. When I joined the international class, I thought development meant becoming a better version of myself and, a more skilled, a little more confident, a little more certain about what I'm going to learn. But I think this year had very different plans for me. I work with survivors of violence, young people, teams. And I came looking for ideas about development and social change so that I can make change happen. Instead, I found questions about power, questions about healing, questions about who we are and who we might become. I discovered that development may not be about fixing people at all. What if it's about creating spaces where people can do and people imagine and become more than they thought was possible, like I did at one point of time? What if growth happens not alone, but together? So, who am I really becoming? Not so interested in having the answers anymore. More interested in creating possibilities, less interested in certainty, but more interested in curiosity. And more interested in not just who people are, but who they are becoming. So I don't leave this class with conclusions. I leave with an invitation to keep creating spaces where people can grow, perform new possibilities, and surprise themselves. And I leave with the question I would like to share with all of you. Who are we beyond the labels we inherit? And who are we becoming together? Thank you so much for listening to me. Let us switch to some other channel now, and let me take you to South Africa. You know, some people bring ideas to an ensemble, some bring encouragement, and some bring life. And my friend here in South Africa, Lamore, somehow manages to bring all three together. So let us go to South Africa and see what she has to add.
It appears that we are very unfortunately having technical troubles, and the wonderful, warm Lamour of South Africa cannot be with us today. She is doing extraordinary and groundbreaking work around children, around, sorry, many messages are coming in at this moment around children, sexual abuse, and finding their own way in the world. She has truly contributed so much to our class, and we have all learned a great deal from her. It's unfortunate that the infrastructure can't support her. So instead, live from New York, Don Hulbert. If we can take a moment with me and think back to 1978, the year I moved to New York, dragging behind me what I've said is not baggage, but the steamer trunks of having survived the Midwestern US through the 60s and 70s, through one of many reversals in the political and social environment of the United States, such that it made growing up gay nearly impossible. Coming to New York, it took me many years to realize was not just about studying music. It was one thing I wanted, but I wanted more. I was trying to find a community. I would not have used those words then. So now, after all that history, degrees in music, a critically acclaimed debut at Weill Hall of Carnegie Hall in New York, I've found my way here, having, as I said, retired from the office work I used to provide health insurance and benefits after, along with many other young men of my generation, contracting HIV. I now have the freedom to think of, well, what next? And I'm on a road to becoming a performance activist, combining the work of music with creating conversations internationally, nationally, everywhere. Because it has been my observation that increasingly we just don't take the time to stop and talk to each other and truly listen and embrace. This is what I hope to help create, even just this much, and see where that seed planted, what it grows into. And now I have the great pleasure to return us to Costa Rica and our very own Maria Cabezas, known to us as Majo, a very thoughtful, wonderful community organizer, student of the world, creator, builder, and someone who has given us so much and given me personally the gift of occasionally coaching my very, very terrible Spanish. Please bring on Maria Majo Cabezas.
Thank you and welcome to Costa Rica. Costa Rica, we're currently in the rainy season, so it's a good time to reflect and stay indoors. For a long time, it has bothered me that psychology can be so easily used to help people adapt better to a system that makes them sick. We can't allow people to become accustomed to discomfort and isolate themselves more and more. That bothers me a lot. That's why on this trip, the international class, I've strengthened my conviction that mental health is a collective issue, and that's where we can heal together. The person I'm becoming still has doubts, but they are companionable doubts, seeking to create environments where people can grow together. Okay, that was a great piece of television. Thanks all for watching us. But let's back. Remember, it's a graduation time.
Okay, good afternoon, friends. The international class of 2025-2026 is pleased to introduce the director and co-founder of the East Side Institute in New York, New York, Dr. Lois Holzman.
Okay.
Thank you.
Go ahead,
Thank
Majo.
Okay.
you.
Wait. Go ahead, Majo.
Lois has a remarkable way of making ordinary conversations open into entirely new ways of seeing people, learning, and change.
Lois is a pioneering developmental psychologist, educator, and internationally recognized thinker whose work has challenged traditional ideas about learning, development, and human growth.
Louis has inspired countless people to see development not as something that ends in childhood, but as a lifelong process of creating and becoming.
For many of us at the international class, well, I wouldn't be wrong if I said for all of us, Lois has been much more than a professor.
She has been a guide, a provocateur of new ideas, a source of inspiration, encouraging us to embrace uncertainty, collaboration, and the power of human creativity.
She has challenged us to move beyond what we already know, to embrace development as an ongoing process, and to create meaning together through conversation, performance, and collective learning.
Done.
Yep. She has helped us appreciate that becoming is often more important than being, and that we are always capable of creating something new.
Big part of the way of thinking that she has lays to the big team who helped to confirm the existence and continuation of this project and this class. A leader who is their partners and vice versa.
On behalf of our international class, thank you, Lois, for your wisdom, generosity, and unwavering belief in the power of human development.
It is our privilege to learn from you.
You've given us a new understanding to understand, a method to practice. It's a revolutionary one and profoundly practical. Please join us in welcoming Dr. Lois Holtzman.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That was like this entire hour, spectacularly giving of you all. I just have a few things. I mean, I have a million things I could say on this occasion of your graduation. But one of the things we all experienced so sensuously in this last hour, as you've been sharing with us, is you are a we. You are a we. And the beauty of we is that you become more of you as you are creating your we. And you are so beautifully we, and you are so beautifully you. And that is amazingly inspiring to me. Um, the one thing I want to say about this particular class and share with our audience and well-wishers is part of your we-ness and part of your embracing, I would say, a knowability is that you are not merely active listeners. You are activist listeners. And the difference, I think, is very big. An active listener is someone we are taught in as educators and helping professionals and doctors, I think, is someone who makes it clear that you have heard what someone says. And so you're actively listening and you're sort of saying back to the person, you meant this, yes? Or I think what you're saying is X. But an activist listener is someone who builds, who's someone who listens so intently that what they have to say from the listening creates new meaning. And you all do that so, so beautifully. You have taught me what it means to embrace the activity of listening, not just to appreciate it, but to embrace it. So thank you for your embracing of that and of each other and of the methodology. So I would love for our other faculty to have a chance to share with you something that they've experienced about you these past 9 months. Carrie, Dan, and Chris, please come up. Great. Not there's Chris. Chris, what do you want to tell everybody about this group?
Well, first of all, I'd like to tell not just everybody in the audience, but the group itself, how much fun you've been to get to know. You're truly a wonderful bunch of people. And I think, though, the thing I've most enjoyed about being with you is your enormous generosity. You really have a remarkable capacity to and willingness to build your group together, to grow together, to become, and it's been a great pleasure to be a part of that. Thank you.
Well, thank you. First of all, thank you all of you for creating this beautiful performance of a graduation. I feel like I got to know you better, even more, even after 9 months. I feel like I got to know facets of you. Thing I wanted to share with you is this class is very challenging in a number of ways. The program, the international class, it's an improvisational emergent activity. There isn't a set syllabus with set assignments on certain days. A lot is asked of you to be improvisational and playful and creative with each other. And it's a deep dive into some of the most, I don't know, cutting edge and provocative ideas about human beings and about politics and about life. And it's not easy, I would think, as students to embrace both of those, to go with the playfulness and take seriously the rigor. And you all have done that gorgeously. I have learned so much about things that I've written about from listening to you and to listening to what you do with what we give you. So I just wanted to thank you for that journey.
Yeah. Again, for those of you who are guests who haven't been in the international class, I think you really need to know how hard it is, how much people work, how much reading there is, how much thinking there is, how much courage it takes to try all the new things. And uh, I I'm very in awe of how hard this class worked and of the courage they showed. In a particular order, we did a whole session on not a whole unit on performance activism, which was embraced with such enthusiasm. It was very gratifying. And, I asked everybody to go out and find performance activists or performance activist groups near where they lived. And people did that. And they took this big step of taking what we're learning and bringing it into the world and connecting with other people, organizing as they were learning. And I was uh, very moved by that. And then just finally what others have said already, but I learned so much from bringing the ideas we've worked on for decades to people from all over the world who bring their insights and their cultures and their histories to it and transform it. It's a wonderful experience to be a part of that. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Without I'm learning to like the word guide. I've never liked the word teacher. Facilitator sounds like so distant, but you have been wonderful guides to this wonderful group of people who have taught you so much and me. So thank you. I don't know who we turn this back to
Well,
now.
we're turning it back to the class, but I actually wanted to take a moment. Lamore, are you able to unmute and speak? I see you're on. Okay. I think one of the things we wanted all of you to know is the part of the challenge of this class is created by the inequities of our world. And a major one of those is the inequity of access to internet access, to stable ability to participate. So Lamore, who you've heard us reference and who you met in her video in the beginning, has been in many ways the heart of this class. And one of the ways she's shown that is by her continuous perseverance in finding ways to participate with us when the powers that be get in the way through their inequitable access. So I just wanted to give you all of that, appreciate that, and now let's bring the class back up to the screen.
Hey, Monique, the thanks.
Oh, sorry about that.
That's okay. There's a lot going on.
Yeah. Okay. As we complete this journey together, we want to express our deepest thanks to Lois, Carrie, Dan, Chris, as well as the whole ensemble of the Eastside Institute and our classmates.
Each of you brought a unique perspective, challenging us to think beyond conventional boundaries, beyond and above ourselves. thus development and growing.
Your passion for teaching learned us to listen.
Thanks the faculties and all staffs. Your openness to dialogue and commitment to creating a collaborative learning environment made this experience truly, truly transformative.
Thank you for fostering a community where learning was not only academic, but also deeply human.
Thank you for the lesson, conversations, experiences we all shared, and that will continue to influence us in the way that we engage with the world. So many, many thanks.
Your impact will be remembered with gratitude and appreciation for years to come.
Thank you to the Eastside Institute, our faculty, and theirs for reminding us that development is not something we complete, but something we continuously create.
We are grateful for you, our faculty, for reaching hands out to us.
This graduation feels less like an ending and more like an invitation, and to keep building, performing, questioning, and growing together.
Nothing of this would be possible without Des and his watchful eye and technical support. He made our world easier and reliable for everyone.
And Des is so much more than all of that. Listen to his podcasts. Maybe you'll learn how to listen. Plus, a shout out here to the Associate Director of the Eastside Institute, Melissa Meyer, who's coordinated our work, and my deeply personal thanks to Goritza, Anjali, as well as the entire class for compiling our intro of Lois and this thanks performance. So we have a very few minutes. The international class now opens the floor and invites people who've come to witness the end or the continuation of our class. Your comments, your questions. We thank you for being here.
Feel free to unmute and say a few words if you'd like, or write some things in the chat. As Don said, we have a couple of minutes before we'll close.
Carrie?
Yes, Jan.
I was so touched by everything in the program, and coming back to what our friends from SEVAC told us about the association, the associates, the vast network of associates that we are building all over the world. And I am so proud to be connected with you, to be supporting you, and to have your support. So thank you, thank you, thank you so much, associates.
I just want to say you are a wonderful group of just so delightful to meet you and to hear from you. Thank you and congratulations.
I just want to join in the thank yous and say how much we've appreciated this graduation, and we intend to take it with us, and it's inspiring all of our work and it's contributing to it. And so it's very meaningful for all the work we all do in the world. So thank you very much. And congratulations on your graduation. Congratulations.
I want to say it's so joyful to have you join this community and that we can build. Thank you.
Thank you.
Louis, unmute.
You don't have to hold your hand yet, Lou.
What happened to him?
Oh, I said he could he could unmute and he disappeared. Louis, can you unmute yourself and you can talk? I see you. Huh. It's not unmuting?
Yes, there we go.
There you go.
Yes. I want to thank everybody. I'd like to second everything that Jan said about being very proud to be part of a community together with all of you. I want to say hi to Don Hulbert. And I'm really touched by what you said about having lived your life as a performer, that you are becoming a performance activist. I think that's wonderful. And I love the refinement or the development of the concept of active listener that Lois offered. That there are active listeners and activist listeners. I think that's helpful. And thank you so much, everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. We are here, two fellow ex-alumni, and watching this graduation makes us think we want to do it again. It was lovely. Yeah.
Very inspiring. Congratulations, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Thank you.
congratulations. It was just a beautiful graduation. I was so glad to have seen you all through this process and have the opportunity to meet you all, in our group. And when I'm listening to it, thinking about all the people around the world that we will touch, because we're all, the beauty of this group is how really committed and active and how much beautiful work everyone does. And thinking about play and performance and creativity just in all the reaches around the world. So really, really appreciate it. Congratulations.
Lamore, are you able to unmute and say hello for a moment? If you want to.
Yeah, I want to. Since the network, and thank you so much for coming. And this program is very powerful. Really, it's us more. It like
Lamore, we hear the sentiment. Yeah. So infuriating.
Truly.
We got to see her New York hat that she was wearing for about 5 seconds. It's a great hat, Lamore.
Well,
All right, Des, what do you think?
Yeah, well. I'm not one for the spotlight. This is a rare occasion that I'll be here. But once again, let's give our staff, our faculty a big round of applause. And let's give our 2025, 2026 international class a huge
Zoom round of applause.
Woohoo!
I think for those first couple of seconds, we were so at a loss of words for everything that was given that's why it was a little quiet. So I think, you know what? If you have things you want to say, if you felt a certain way, if you enjoyed this, if you want to travel back down memory lane, if you got comments, thoughts, go into that PTW group, go into that WhatsApp PTW group, go in there, share what you thought about today, share with the rest of the community and let them know how fly this event was and that they should have been here too.
Yeah.
If you would like to join the international class and you felt so galvanized by our amazing developmentalists today, you could do so by contacting Melissa Meyer. We have the deadline of July 20th. That is the deadline for the international class. So please submit those applications. If you know anyone that would be so inclined to be a part of this, which should be everyone on the planet, you could contact them and let them know to join this too. We would love to have everyone a part of this. And as you saw with this class, how amazing they are and how amazing their journey has been, we're so excited for that next crop in class. This has been absolutely amazing. Once again, big round of applause. And I thought a song that'd be nice to end this off would be Celebration by Kool and the Gang. Let us celebrate and let us dance out.
Ooh, love it.
Thank you.